Tasha.
Tasha, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you come on in?
Okay.
Now, Tasha, are you looking for a vehicle for work or play?
I'm looking for a new car for work.
Oh, for work. What do you do?
I'm in real estate.
Real estate. That's really cool. You know, car sales and real estate have a lot in common. We work really closely with our clients, and we help them make a good investment that fits their wants and needs. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're looking out of a new car? We can go ahead and sit down at my desk.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Right this way.
Okay.
Here you are, Tasha.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Tasha. Now, tell me a little bit about what you were expecting from your new vehicle.
Well, as you can see, I pulled up in my Jeep and I get awful gas mileage. I'm in the car for many hours each day. I'm looking for something that's fuel efficient, that allows me to stay connected to my customer base, and honestly, something that's fun to drive.
Oh, okay. And you know, real estate and sales have another thing in common, and that is making a first impression is really important. So you're probably looking for something with good styling, considering your first impression is when you pull up to meet your client, correct?
Exactly. I mean, the Mazda 3 styling caught my eye. I've also been looking at the Hyundai Elantra and the Subaru Impreza.
Okay, and those are great cars. But, you know, I think the Mazda has the advantage, and we can actually save you some time here by comparing them side by side, and I can show you why not only does the Mazda beat the competition, but it blows it away.
Sounds wonderful.
All right. Now, I didn't even ask you, are you looking for a 4-door or a 5-door?
You know, I was looking at the 5-door in terms of space. Sometimes I have to haul some stuff around.
Okay, that sounds great. So why don't I do it for that then?
Okay.
I'm just going to pull all this information up on my Mazda sales app.
Okay.
And looks like we are here. Okay. And now, Tasha, as you can see, I know gas mileage is really important to you. The Mazda 3 actually beats the competition by quite a bit in gas mileage. Now, when you think of a gas-efficient vehicle, what do you normally associate about that?
Something that's kind of boring with no power.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical. Luckily for us, the Mazda 3 really excels. And, you know, they do have the zoom zoom philosophy, and they want to make sure their vehicles are fun to drive. So we're actually going to get 184 horsepower in the 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine.
Wow.
Now, go ahead and ask me, everybody does, what's Skyactiv?
What is Skyactiv?
Skyactiv is really cool, and I'd love to tell you about it, but I'd rather just show you.
Okay.
All right, Tasha. Now, here we have the 2014 Mazda 3 5-door. This is the S Grand Touring, so this one is, you know, pretty loaded. It's the top of the line.
Okay.
With the Skyactiv technology, it's basically Mazda's all-new redesign. They started from the ground up, and in a nutshell, it's combining best-in-class compression ratio with lowered friction. That's going to give you optimal fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and that zoom-zoom fun driving experience that, you know, people have come to love about Mazdas. If you look here, it says a little bit more about it on the Mazda's app. You can see a little bit more about the Skyactiv technology. Now, if you want to go ahead and shut that for me, I would love to tell you a little bit about the styling. Thank you. Now, from this angle, you can see that with Mazda's new Kodo styling, which is the soul of motion, the vehicle almost looks like it's moving even when it's standing still. Really cool, right? Now, Mazda doesn't only make a fuel-efficient and a stylish vehicle, this vehicle is also very safe. It's got the Triple H design with the Skyactiv, keeping you really, really safe inside that cabin. Also, the advanced front, side, and curtain airbags are going to keep you safe in the event of a crash.
Okay.
So, really nice features to have. Now, if you look really right here at this 5-point grille, it's very aggressive and it flows really nicely into these headlights. These are actually HID headlights. How that's going to benefit you is that it's going to save you at the pump, surprisingly. With the headlights, they actually use less energy than the other headlights, and these ones right here are actually the bi-xenon adaptive front headlighting. So these are actually going to go around corners with you as well. 15 degrees either way, and it's going to help you see around those corners. So that's a safety feature also.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at this Mazda, you can see the sleek lines flowing all the way back. When you pair that with these 17-inch sporty rims and this refined interior, you can see why the Mazda 3 makes a really good first impression, am I right?
Yes.
Now come on around here, and you know, occasionally you're probably going to be having clients that you need, you know, to get places, to open houses and whatnot. So I'd like to show you just how much room these cars have.
Okay.
All right, Tasha. Now, as you can see, I have plenty of room, right? And, you know, plenty of room for my knees, plenty of room for my head. It's a very spacious back seat. So not only is this driver-focused front seat very, very comfortable, but your passengers are also going to be very comfortable. I have this seat actually pulled all the way back just so you can see how much room these vehicles have. I'm in heels right now, and I still have knee room. So it's pretty impressive, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah. So not only is this comfortable, but they actually went the extra step and they gave you guys some smart storage options, even in the back seat. You have your cup holders, your behind the seat storage, and even some storage in the door.
Wow.
So your guests are gonna be very comfortable back here. Why don't you meet me at the trunk?
Okay.
All right, Tasha. Now, occasionally you're gonna be hauling things, not just people, correct?
Right.
Now, let me show you what over 20 cubic feet of area looks like. This is a pretty big truck, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
We do have other realtors in every once in a while, so we have a sign on hand just to show you how much room this car has. As you can see, lays flat, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be able to stack them up. You don't have to take the metal part off. It's very convenient, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Now, you can even get more out of this back trunk by accessorizing it with the Mazda Genuine accessories.
Okay.
We have a cargo storage shelf, cargo nets, and cargo mats available. All these things are going to keep you nice and organized and set a really good example when you're hauling clients around and they have to look in the back of your car.
Wonderful.
So, every once in a while, when you're staging a house, you're probably going to need to put furniture in it, you know, so people get an idea of what it looks like lived in.
Right.
Well, if you need to move a piece of furniture, it's no problem with the Mazda 3. You can take this privacy screen off. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Comes right off.
Okay.
Now you have plenty of space here for bigger items, and you know, I mentioned I had that seat all the way back. There's no readjustment necessary. You can put that seat back no problem, and you're going to be able to fit a lot more stuff in there. That's over 40 cubic feet of storage space. So nice and big, chair no problem would fit back there.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and shut that trunk lid for me.
Okay.
Is that hard?
Not at all.
Pretty easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mazda did a really good job when they designed their doors. They're not too heavy, but they're also very sturdy and durable.
Okay.
Now, if you're like me, you're a girl, every time you want to get into the car and it's pouring down raining, you can't find your keys, right?
Right.
Somewhere at the bottom of your purse. Super dramatic. Possibly there could be tears. Not with the Mazda. You have the advanced keyless entry system. You just throw your little key fob in your purse and forget about it. You can walk away from your vehicle. It's going to automatically lock.
Okay.
And then when you get to your vehicle, with a push of this button, you're in.
Oh.
Super easy. No running mascara. Your hair's going to stay nice. Go ahead and get in that car for me, Tasha.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned that you were going to be driving long hours.
Yes.
So, driver comfort is probably something that, you know, you're considering when you're purchasing your new vehicle, correct?
Yeah.
Well, with the Mazda 3, you have plenty of options as far as your seat position. You can go up and down, forward and back. It's going to keep you really comfortable.
Okay.
Now, one thing that the Mazda 3 does have that is just so nice is this lumbar support. So it's going to keep your back nice and comfortable on those long trips. You're not going to have to pay tons of money at a chiropractor for one of those little things that you put on chairs, and it's going to keep you nice and secure.
Okay.
Now, you know, we talked a little bit about the safety in the event of a crash, but Mazda actually took it a step further. With the Active Sense technology in the Mazdas, you actually have a few active safety features as well.
Okay.
If you notice on the top here, this is a pretty big area. This is actually lasers and stuff that shoot out.
Oh.
And with that, you're going to get your radar cruise control, which is super convenient when you're driving through towns on the interstate, you know, in between going to those open houses. You also have your blind spot monitoring and your lane departure warning, which are two of the safety features that I think are really, really great. With the blind spot monitoring, if someone's in your blind spot, there's these little lights right here that are actually going to light up and let you know.
Okay.
So when you got clients in the back, husband and wife, bickering over, you know, fireplace, den, you might not be paying as much attention to the road as you'd like. That's going to really help you out. If you do turn your blinker on, when there is someone in your blind spot, it's actually going to beep at you and let you know. So it's going to give you an audible alert also. Pretty sure if you hit the person, the engine comes on and says, "I told you so," but I haven't tested that one. All right, Tasha. Now, we've covered why the vehicle is safe, we've covered the fuel economy, and we've also covered the styling. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'd like to show you how you're going to be able to stay connected with the Mazda 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn this on, just on auxiliary right now, just so I can show you what the Mazda 3 has to offer. Okay, so let's say you're driving around town and you never want to be late to those appointments, do you?
No.
Well, with the Mazda, you're not going to be. The HD radio traffic map is actually going to give you live, up-to-date information about the traffic in your area. So you're going to be able to avoid that construction area, the rush hour traffic, and you're going to make all your appointments on time, which, you know, is super important.
Yep.
You also have your fuel economy monitor with the Mazda 3, so I know that fuel economy was really important to you. You can actually use the fuel economy monitor, and you can track everything that your car is doing. So your economy history, you can really get the most out of your car. So it's a really cool little thing. I thought it was just a neat little feature. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, I told you about not being late, and you do have the traffic map. What about being lost? You don't want to be lost either, do you?
No.
Well, with Mazda's navigation system, you're never going to be. The Mazda navigation is super easy to use. You just enter an address like you would into your phone. You can even say it using the audio feature, the hands-free speaking feature. So it's really, really cool. You also have this, which I think is super neat. When you're trying to entertain those clients, you're waiting for the bank to close, and you know, they might be getting a little restless or hungry. You can actually go in here, set it on restaurants, and click on search. Now you're going to be able to take them out to lunch while you wait for that bank, and you're going to be able to close that deal, which
nice.
I know is going to really help you. Now, you also mentioned that you want to have fun while you're driving.
Yes.
The 2.5 liter engine is enough fun on its own, but let's throw in a little extra, all right? What about the radio? Jamming out to Taylor Swift? I'm not going to judge you. It's something we all do. We actually have tons of options here as far as music and entertainment goes. You have 2 USB ports, not just 1, 2. And those are going to be right in here, super convenient location, so you can stay connected and your clients can stay connected. You also have your FM and AM radio, like most cars. You also have XM, AHA, Pandora, and Stitcher in this car. So you can actually stream Pandora through a compatible smartphone, and it's going to be really cool because you're going to get all your Pandora radio stations through your Bluetooth.
Wonderful.
All right. Now, communication is something that most people take for granted. You know, most of everywhere now we have laws. We're not supposed to talk on our cell phones while we're driving. Well, the Mazda 3's got that covered too. We have the hands-free Bluetooth, so you can call just like most cars do.
Okay.
The Mazda's actually took it a step further. Not only can you receive phone calls, but you can receive your text messages to this vehicle.
Wow.
Now, in our profession, a missed message can be a missed opportunity, so you wouldn't want to miss those messages. This is actually going to give you the option of replying using preset or customized responses. So you're going to be in contact with your clients at all time.
Sounds wonderful.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you've seen me touching the screen. It's a 7-inch touchscreen, but you also have this commander switch. Wish they would have called it a joystick, because it makes me super happy. Not only are you better able to keep your eyes on the road, but it's more comfortable as well. You're in full control of everything in the car using the commander switch. You have your volume here, you have your home, your nav, and your music menus. Back button, you can even set favorites. So it's really, really handy. Keeping you focused on the road ahead and, you know, in control at all times. You know, another really cool safety feature that Mazda has added is a backup camera. They're going to be required in a few years, and Mazda's just taken the extra step and put them in now. So,
wow.
You know, if you're leaving a crowded area in a neighborhood, there could be children around. You're not going to back over any other bikes and, you know, be forced with that repair bill. So that's going to be really nice also. So, Tasha, I know you're comparing other cars, but I think you can see now how Mazda has the advantage in gas mileage, in styling, and then, you know, also in connectivity. Now it's time for me to show you just how much fun these cars can be to drive. So why don't you go ahead and fire up.
Okay.